Hello boys and girls, welcome to this presentation. In this presentation we're going to talk about Unit 2.3, Expanding and Factorizing. Question 10, Factorize. In this question we're going to factorize. Now we know that factorizing is the opposite of expanding. Because expanding gives you a bracket and he wants you to remove it, factorizing is the opposite. It's like making brackets. Taking what's common, putting it inside outside the bracket, and making a bracket with what you left inside. Now we will take question A as an example, and I hope that you understand it. Now let's focus on question A. In question A, he wants you to factorize 15x power of 3 minus 3x. Now steps of factorizing are easy. You just have to focus on them. Let me start with the steps. What do you do first? You take the first number and write it here, 15x power of 3, and then the minus sign, you put it in the middle, here, and then, you have 3x. Now, what are we going to do? We're going to open the numbers and the variables, the constants and the variables. We're going to simplify them. We're going to say that 15, is what? Is 3 multiplied by 5. And then we have, 15 is 3 multiplied by 5, right? As simple as it can. And then we have x power of 3, it means 3 x's. So we put 1, 2, and 3. So x power of 3 means 3 x's. Very good. And now the negative sign in the middle, okay? And then we take this 3x and we say it's 3 multiplied by x. It's easy. Now here, as you can see, when you multiply them, you will get 15x power of 3. Same thing here. When you multiply 3 by x, you get 3x. And this is the negative sign. It's the same. Now, what's the next step? The next step is finding what's common between this and this. So here we have a 3, and here we have a 3. What do? We open a bracket, or first we have to write them. Let me make space for the answer. I'll put the answer here so you can see it. Now, what do we do first? As I said, you take what's common here. We have a 3, and you take it and you write it here. So we have 3. And then multiply by what other things are common? We have x. Good. We have x here. Let's make it green. First, we have 3, as I said. And then what other things are common? We have x and x. So we take the x and put it next to the 3. Very good. This is the x. Now, do we have other things in common between the two groups? There's nothing more. Very good. Now, because there's nothing more, I stop here and I open a bracket like this. Now, in the bracket here, I open a bracket from here and here, good, and I put the sign in the middle. So I open a bracket and I put the same sign in the middle. Do you see it? Very good, it's negative. Now, what do I write inside the bracket? I look at this group and I see the numbers that I left and that I didn't write here. What are they? I have 5 and x. I multiply them by each other. They are what? They are 5 x power of 2. Good. 5 x power of 2 because I have two x's. So I take 5x power of 2 and write it here. 5x power of 2. And then I look at the second group, which is this one, and see what did I leave here. Now, in this group, I didn't leave anything. If you take all the factors or all the numbers and you leave nothing, it means you come here and you write 1. This means that you left nothing. But if you left some factors or numbers, you have to write the numbers, multiply them by each other, and write what you left. And this is the idea of factorizing. This is the answer for that factorizing. What does it mean? It means when I simplify, when I take this number here, 3x, and multiply it here and here, I will get this answer. And that's why I told you that factorize and simplify are, expand and factorize are opposite to each other. And this is how you answer a question like that. Now, let's take another question and answer it together, because factorizing needs a lot of practice to understand. Let me take another question to answer it for you. Let's take question E. Question E is the same as A. I want to take another question that you don't leave one. This one. You leave one, you leave one. Yeah, these ones, most of them you leave one. Let's take a look at question B. Question B, yes. Now, in question B, same idea, 32x plus 16x squared. I will take them, write them here. First, let's leave a space for the answer, okay? Now we have 32x here. I'll write it here. 32x. And then we have a positive sign or plus. And then we have 16x squared. 16x squared. Now, what's important that we write the positive sign in the middle, and then we start opening the numbers, the variables, and the constants. Now, 32, when I open it, what do I get? Very good. 32, when you divide it on 2, you get what? You get 16. Good. And then 16, when you divide it on 2, you get 8. And when you divide 8 on 2, you get 4. And then you divide 4 on 2, you get 2. So 32 is multiplying 5 2's together. 2 times 2, here as you see, this is 4. And then 4 times 2 is 8. And then 8 times 2 is 16. And 16 times 2 is 32. So when you divide them, you get 5 2's. And then we left the x. We write the x here, for example. Let's make it here. So 5x, 5 2's with an x. Very good. Now let's come to this one, 16x squared. 16x squared is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, so 4 2's, and x. So 2 x's and 4 2's. Very good. We can make it like that. And to make it simple, we might use 16 only. We can say that 32 is 16 times 2, and we stop. We don't have to open all the numbers if we get a number next like the other number. Now, we have 5 2's and x on this side, and we have 4 2's and 2 x's on this side. Now, let's write the answer together. What's common between the two groups first? We need a space for the answer first. Let's put the answer over here. Okay. I don't know if it's good enough. It's small. Yeah. Okay, let's put it here. Now let's take what's common between the two groups. Here we have a 2 here, a 2 here. So we take one of them, okay? We take one of these, and then one of these two, and then one of these, and then one of these. So we're out of 2's. And then we have 1x here. We take it with 1x here, okay? So, and then we multiply them. The ones that we took, we multiply them by each other. So we say that here, how many? We have 2 multiplied by 2 is what? It's 4. And 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. And then 8 multiplied by 2 is 16. And 16 multiplied by x. So it's going to be 16x. Very good. So I write 16 here. X. And after taking what's common, I open a bracket. And inside the bracket, I'll put the positive sign. Very good. Or the plus sign. And then I will look at the two groups and see what numbers I left. As you can see in the first group, what did I leave? Very good. I left this 2. So I come here and write 2. Good job. And then I go to the next group and find out what did I leave. In this group, what did I leave? Very good. I left the x. So I come here and write x. Very good. And this is the answer for question B. Remember, guys, choose whatever way you like and any technique that you like answering factorizing with. Whatever technique or whatever steps you like, do them, because eventually they will give the correct answer. And focus on the steps. Do the steps one by one. Don't override the step. Don't go after a step until you finish it. And this is how you answer questions about factorizing. Please make sure to watch the video again and again until you get the idea and understand it. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.